Hello everybody, Andrea Twarowski here with Dentalelle Tutoring. This is going to be a quick video about the 5 A's when we're talking about quitting smoking. So smoking cessation, and I always have to think about that word because when I was a student, I would call it smoking sensation, but that doesn't make sense, right? So I still have to think about that word a couple times before I say it. And we have not moved yet, so sorry about the mess behind me. I know it looks horrible. I am normally a lot more organized. But I did have a class with my Dentalelle student members about this a while ago, but I thought it's a good idea to do a quick recap. So I did leave myself some notes, so please excuse me if I'm looking down a couple times, because this isn't something that I talk about as a dental hygienist every day. In fact, I hardly ever talk about it because it's just not something that comes up. If I have a client that's a smoker, I will just simply ask them if they've tried quitting before, and if they want to quit, please let me know if they need help, and that's just kind of as far as it goes, unless I see them again and then they come to me and they ask for help. So I still have to look at my notes, but this will help you guys sort of explain the 5 A's, because it's one thing to learn them in school and then having to memorize them, but do you actually know what they mean? Because if on a test or an exam, they will likely mix them up, and then you might be like, okay, I thought I knew the 5 A's, but now I'm getting confused. So, okay, guys, so the 5 A's are ask, advise, assess, assist, and arrange. So one more time. So the 5 A's are ask, advise, assess, assist, and arrange. So let's talk about this. So ask means simply you ask them if they're a smoker. That's the first step, because if they're not a smoker, then you don't have to worry about the 5 A's, right? Plain and simple. So ask is the first step, and you need to ask them about, well, how long have you been smoking? How much do you smoke a day? You know, what type are you smoking? You know, are you smoking cigarettes? Are you smoking other things? You know, ask them in a more professional way, but you get the idea, right? So let me see here. And this is usually done at the beginning of the appointment. If it's a new patient, it's part of the assessment phase, because you need to ask them if they're a smoker, and then that's just kind of how this happens. If they're filling out a medical health history, that's usually a question, is something along the lines of, do you use tobacco products? You know, something like that. And then you might be wondering, well, how soon do you ask if somebody's a smoker? You will ask them as a teenager even. I've asked, usually a teenager is when I will start to ask if they're a smoker. I haven't really thought about that before. Would I ask a 5-year-old if they're a smoker? No. Would I ask a 13-year-old? Yes. Even a 12-year-old in some cases. I've seen children as young as 10 smoking, but I don't typically ask them at that age, but I will ask them at age 13. I don't even remember when we start learning about smoking in school. It was probably as young as grade 2 even. I don't really know, to be honest, but you're not a teacher. Well, you are a teacher, but you're a dental hygienist or a dental assistant. So you don't have to think, okay, should I be asking a 3-year-old if they smoke? No. Okay, so that's ask. So the next one is advise, okay? So you would talk to them about their smoking. If they're telling you that they've tried to quit before, say, excellent, that is a great thing. It can't be easy. Don't say, oh, well, you've tried to quit before, but you're not now. Well, you really didn't do a very good job, did you? Never do that. You know, talk to them about it and try to be as non-judgmental as possible. I have never smoked, so I don't understand it, but I do understand that it's an addiction. If it was easy to quit, everybody would do it. Smoking's expensive. I could never smoke because it's so darn expensive and I'm very cheap. So, you know, I just couldn't do it. So I don't understand, but I leave my personal thoughts out of the way. So I will advise them on things of, hey, you've told me you have tried to quit 6 times. Well, did you know that I was reading an article the other day that says it takes a smoker an average of 7 times to try to quit before they actually do? And then this sort of helps bring along the conversation. So they might say to you, oh, well, I've only tried to quit 4 times. So that actually makes me feel better. So there's hope, you know? Or they might say, oh, well, I've tried to quit like 10 times. So don't let that discourage them. Say to them, well, every time you try to quit or every time you do quit, that is one step closer and that's healthier for you. It's just a lot harder for some people than other people. So you just sort of have to advise them of that. And advise them that it's never too late to stop quitting this, or to start quitting. The sooner the better. Even if they've tried many, many times before, just kind of let them know that the sooner the better. And I'm just kind of reading my notes again here. And I do find that it does help. Have them look inside their mouth. So if you see somebody with a lot of stain, show them their mouth before. Let them hold the hand mirror, show them like all of this stain here is from smoking. Show them the inside. And then after the cleaning, show them that stain is now gone. Now is a good time to quit smoking because the stain is gone now and things look amazing. So just try to help them and listen. Don't talk, but listen to their answers too. Okay, so ask, advise, and then assess is the third one. So you would ask them, do you want to quit? So some people get this step mistaken with the first one. So you do not ask them in the first step, do they want to quit? You simply ask them if they're a smoker, okay? You talk to them about it. The second step is to advise. So you kind of talk about what tobacco does, advise them that like quitting's a good idea, you know, things like that. The third step is just specific. Ask them if they are ready to quit. If they are, great, you can help them. If they're not, say that's okay. When you are, let me know, okay? And that's just pretty much the main thing for that one. I don't want it to get too confusing. And then assist, you would help them in any way you can. So if they said that they're not ready to quit, there's nothing to assist them with. You might say to them, well, if you are ready to quit or when you are, let me know and then I can help you. So that's kind of assisting them. But assisting them is more saying, okay, so when do you want to quit? Is it now? Is it in 2 weeks? Is it around the holidays? Talk to them about setting a date. So that step assist is about setting a date. So even if they said that they're not ready to quit, you know, listen to them because they might say, well, I'm not ready to quit, but around Christmas time, maybe I'll be ready, you know. Listen to what they say and then try to assist them with picking a date because when they pick a date, that kind of gives them a goal to think about, if that makes sense. If they say, well, I'm not ready to quit, but I'll think about it. Try to let them pick a date because that's so helpful. In today's world, that may seem very unnatural to you. As you're talking to a patient, if they're telling you, I'm not ready to quit, and then you say to them, well, let's pick a date. Let's pick a date about quitting. They'll kind of look at you like, are you my therapist? Are you my doctor? Who the heck are you? So I'm telling you the steps in a textbook, but it's not very natural, and I'm just being honest. When you're in clinic, you will have to do the same things, and you won't feel natural, but your instructors will probably make you do these things. But I know it doesn't sound natural, so I just want you guys to know that. I know that I know, you know, kind of thing. Okay, sorry guys, so we were talking about assist. So that's all about picking a date. The next one is to arrange, and that's the last one. So you might be wondering, so what does that mean, arrange? It means to follow up. So if your patient said to you in 2 weeks they want to quit, you should actually call them in 2.5 weeks and said, hi, and say, hi, this is Andrea calling from the dental office. You had mentioned to me that you were thinking about quitting on Monday. Is there anything that I can help you with? How is that quitting going? Because, you know, I am very passionate about this. And if you have any questions, please let me know because I have helped a number of patients help to quit. So if you know, how are things? I mean, try not to talk that much. I'm just sort of giving you guys like different things to say, but follow up. So that's what arrange means. Let's see. So you could do that by like a phone call, email. You could even have them come into the office for a quick like 10-minute appointment. Say, hey, well, I would like to see you in a month. Let's talk for 10 minutes about quitting. And then we can go from there. I can do a quick polish of your teeth if you like. We can look at the stain you have. I don't know, something like that. That's pretty much it for a range. So it's pretty simple, right? So I'll just do a quick recap. So the 5 A's are ask, assess, assist, and arrange. Did I miss one? Oh, sorry. Ask, advise, assess, assist, and arrange. I'm not sure if I missed one. So asking is just asking them about their tobacco use. Advise is talking about tobacco and how it's not healthy for us. Assess is, do they want to quit? So asking them if they want to quit. Assist is picking a date. So help them pick a date of when they want to quit. And then arrange is to follow up with them. So arrange a time to follow up with them. So does that help with the 5 A's of, I guess, tobacco use? This is something that you have to know for the exam. You will have to know it in clinic. I remember when I was a student, I even had this in my clinic manual that I had, because I would always forget the 5 A's and then I would forget sort of like what I had to do. So it does help. If you're a student still in school, you will have to know this at some point. So you guys are one step ahead of the game, and feel free to write out a little chart if that helps. I believe for my members, I did do a chart for them, but this was a class a while ago, so I'd have to find that again. But yeah, guys, so I hope that this helped. If you have any questions about smoking, tobacco use, anything, and then how you play a role as the dental professional, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video.